Murder.
Chalk outlines.
DNA tests.
Blood.
Anonymous tip.
Beheadings and disembowelments.
Fingerprints.
The yellow tape that they have on crime scenes.
Witness statements.
Stakeouts with my cop friend and we drink coffee. UV lights that they can see on. 5 minutes.
Yep, we're about to get a true crime story in about 5 minutes from Belle.
I thought this episode we might just do you straight up and down Ivan Milat. If you don't know your facts about Ivan Milat, the infamous murderer in the 80s and 90s, then here is your 101. Ivan Milat, born in Sydney, and he was done for killing 7 people, but I'm going to say allegedly at least 7 people, between 1989 and 1992. You guys across that it all happened in the Belanglo Forest in New South Wales.
Driven through it many times.
Have you?
Belanglo State Forest, I think you'll find.
Oh, forgive me.
Sorry, I'm a stickler for facts. And
Were
that's
you
why
just
I'd make
Googling-
a great detective.
Did you just Google it?
Genuinely not. But
Oh, wow,
that is
good
Belanglo
on
State
you.
Forest. I know this one.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna take it away.
Have you driven through it?
I've driven near it.
You get a little scared.
I've been like, oh, that's Belanglo State Forest. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there was 7 bodies recovered from Belanglo State Forest, like I said, between 1989 and 1992. I will quickly just run through these 7 people. We had, literally, the youngest was 19 and the oldest was 22. So really, really young people, all backpackers. We had Caroline Clark and Joanne Walters, 21 and 22 from the UK. Simone from Germany, she was 21. Anya, 20 years old from Germany, and Gabor, also 21 from Germany. James Gibson and Deborah Everest were actually both 19, the youngest, and they were actually from Victoria, Australia, so not overseas. And then we had Paul Onions from the UK, who was 24 years old, but he actually escaped Ivan. Now, the way this all came about was all of these backpackers were trying to hitchhike along the Hume Freeway. It was all the rage then, as we know. You know, that was just like everybody was doing it. And they were trying to get a ride either from Sydney to Melbourne or Sydney to Adelaide, and they were never seen again. Their bodies were found in the state forest up to 5 years after they were actually murdered. The way that they were killed, and this is very graphic, just a heads up, they were shot, stabbed, bound, and their spines were severed so that they were paralysed.
God.
One of them was also decapitated, and they never found her head, which is awful.
Do you think that's the, obviously it's the inspiration for Wolf Creek,
Yeah.
and there's that head on a stick scene?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's sort of...
Well, it was never found. Never found.
the bodies were never found.
No, her head, sorry, was never
Oh,
found.
no, I was talking more about the spine thing.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very sad. So the way that Ivan was caught, he was one of 14 children. And if you guys didn't know, it was kind of like a family affair thing, dare I say. He had many brothers and sisters, and they put out okay, this is the car that's been witnessed with people. This is what the guy allegedly looks like. This is the gun and the bullets and everything. This is what we're looking for. And one of his brothers actually said to his co-worker at work, I actually know there's more bodies out in the forest. There's German people as well. So then that co-worker dobbed him in, and then people started saying, nah, Ivan, I know this guy Ivan, he's definitely really bad. These are his brothers. They're known to love weapons. They're known to drive along the Hume Freeway, and they love hunting. So he was just dobbed in by people around him. He then when he got to court, there was Paul, the guy that I mentioned before from the UK, the
Paul
24-year-old, yes, who escaped Ivan. The way he escaped was he ran out onto the Hume Freeway and jumped in front of cars and then jumped into the van with this woman who took him away.
That's nice of the woman
Brave
to let him in
of
the
her.
bloody van as well, right?
And he was being shot at by Ivan at that moment. She saw him being shot at. So she whisked him away, and then he testified against Ivan and basically just gave that is the man that did it. That is the man that I got in the car with and said he was going to rob me and kill me. The thing is, there could be up to 58 people that Ivan actually killed in that forest, because they have found, there's missing people. There's also bodies that were found that were killed in a similar way. He's always said he was innocent. until the day he died.
Yeah, because he died of cancer, right? And I think didn't people think he was going to do like a deathbed confession and it just never came?
He had esophagus and stomach cancer and died in 2019. And yes, people were hoping that he would, but no, he said he was innocent the whole time. He even appealed twice, but he was given 7 life sentences plus 18 years. And his whole family, like all of his siblings, also are adamant that he's innocent.
Did any of them get done? Maybe they weren't, but did any of them get done for being accomplices?
Good question, Ben. So there was a look into two of his brothers that they may have done it with him. A lot of police did believe that this was definitely not a solo job because the way that these young people were killed, some were killed like further apart, some were shot, some were stabbed, some were strangled. So their theory was, well, one of them uses a gun, the other one ties them up and holds them. And damn, they were adamant that, yes, one of the brothers was involved, but that was never proven. The weirdest thing, though, I will finish on this. What I find incredible is I often in these episodes talk about how they tracked them down with DNA.
Mm.
There was no DNA that ever linked him to them.
As in back then that it wasn't available, or they just didn't ever find
And
any?
they never have. And these bodies were so decomposed that they were identified by teeth.
Yeah.
So there's actually no fingerprints or DNA or blood or anything like that. So that's what his whole argument was, because the way that they overall got him was when they raided his house, they did find a lot of the tents and sleeping bags and backpacks of these victims.
Right. Well, I mean,
so they said, well, you've got it all in your house.
Sort of like fair, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like, because obviously did it, was involved heavily.
Well, that's the thing. But he was like, well, what actual proof do you have? Like,
well,
yeah,
their tent
The
ring is
guy
bloody-
who testified against you.
The guy who testified, the guns are the same and the bullets
the tents
match.
in your bloody garage.
And he also gave to his siblings, he gave a lot of that camping gear and shared it around. So they also had this camping gear. And then when they were questioned, they were like, oh, no, Ivan gave it to me. I didn't know it was the same sleeping bag.
Yeah, what a
So
freak.
then we go back to were they involved, all of that. But yeah, he is dead now. So, yeah, I was going to say.
Good riddance.
I was going to say rest in peace.
No,
yeah.
rest in pieces.
Hooroo.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyway.
see you in the next one.
And that's it.
Liked that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Belle.